How's it going, guys? David Hedge here, House Hedge Gaming, and today I am going over a list of games that I'm going to be looking for at Gen Con 2023, August 3rd through the 6th in Indianapolis, Indiana. Now, these games, I was able to peruse a list by Board Game Geek that has a compilation of all the different games that will be available by vendors throughout the event for both demo purposes as well as for purchase. So, I found 7 games that right off the bat caught my eye, and I want to share them with you. So without any further ado, let's get started. Alright, first on my list is a game from B.A.Games, which is in booth 464, and that is Forges of Ravenshire. Now, Forges of Ravenshire is a 1 to 4 player game that has an estimated playtime of 50 to 100 minutes. Now, this is a worker placement game where players take on the roles of Forge Masters that are competing against each other to get the most wealth and become the head Forge Master in Ravenshire. Now, the next game I'm going to be looking at is from Brotherwise Games at booth 339, and it is a spin-off from Boss Monster, and that is Overboss Duel. Now, Overboss Duel is a 2-player game that's a tile placement game where players take on the role of a monster who is trying to become the boss of the overworld. What more do you need from a game like that? It's very colorful, very vibrant, and I can't wait to see what happens in this one. Alright, the next game on my list, from Crowdy Games at booth 1263 is Fabled: The Spirit Lands. Now, in this 1 to 5 player game, this is a cooperative game where players will be able to see the rebirth of a new world, as the old ancient ones that have ruled over the human and spirit world are starting to fade and new ones will come to fruition. Will you and the Brotherhood be able to help out this turnover, or will far worse tragedies happen to the world? Alright, game number 4 on the list is from Grey Ridge Games at booth 1556, and it is Weirdwood Manor. Now, Weirdwood Manor is a 1 to 5 player game that is a longer game for 90 to 120 minutes, where players cooperate together to face off against a gigantic monster in an ever-changing mansion. Do you have what it takes to make it out alive, or will the monster succeed? Now, game number 5 on the list is from Cosmos at booth 2405, or 2405, whichever way you want to say it, and that is Lord of the Rings: Adventures to Mount Doom. Now, we all know the tale of this game. In the 1 to 5 player game, players are rolling dice and cooperating against the ever-changing forces of Saruman, Sauron, and everyone else who is after the One Ring. Can you and the Fellowship help Frodo make it to Mount Doom and drop the ring into the fire? Or will the evil forces finally reign supreme? Alright, the next game on my list just recently had a successful Kickstarter campaign, and I can't wait to get my hands on it. It's from Restoration Games at booth 1635, and that is Unmatched Adventures: Tales to Amaze. Now, in this 1 to 4 player game, players will take on the roles of Nikola Tesla and the Golden Bat as they face off against villains like the Mothman and an alien invasion. Do you have what it takes to face off against these aliens and these cryptozoological creatures? Well, only one way to find out in this Tale to Amaze. Now, the last game on my list, and like I said, this list could have been a whole lot longer, but these are 7 games I found on Board Game Geek that right off the bat caught my eye, and this last one is no different. It is from Space Cowboy, which is associated with Asmodee Games, who are going to have booths all throughout the convention, but the first one I'm going to check out is booth 809, and that is Spellbook. Now, Spellbook is a 1 to 4 player game where players are gathering resources to either complete their grimoire or to feed their familiar with a full tummy to win the game. Now, as a wizard, you have to make sure that you have all the components you need for your spells, and in this game, it's no short of that, with over 2,100 different combinations of spells. So the question is, what is your grimoire going to look like at the end of this game? Or will your familiar just be full and ready for a nap? Well, there you have it. That is just some of the games they'll be releasing or demoing at Gen Con 2023. Now, there are a few other games I'm going to be looking for the expansions. that I have in my collection already. For example, Overlords of Infamy has an expansion called Misery Loves Company. If you're not familiar with Overlords of Infamy, I'll include a link below because it's an amazing game. I love the game. It's a whole lot of fun. You get to take on the role of a villain who's trying to rule the land and become this great evil, all the while doing all these different evil machinations, ranging from no more chocolate milk to dropping bombs in volcanoes and causing a complete blackout. I know it's a wide range, but in the game, there's an evil corgi, and in the expansion, there's an evil cat. You can have the cat and dog matchup, the likes of which no one else has ever seen, and this is a way to do it. So I'm going to be looking for that. The other expansion I'm looking for is for Disney Sorcerer Arena. Now, Disney Sorcerer Arena is a game that I picked up last year at the charity auction, and my wife and I love playing it, and there's several expansions that are coming out for it. But this one particularly, I'm definitely going to get, because with this one is called At the Ready, and it involves Mrs. Potts. So what else you want with our Sorcerer's Arena and fighting? Tea. But one of my favorite characters from Disney is going to be in this game, and that is Robin Hood. I've always loved the anime's feature of Robin Hood, and it's one of my all-time favorite Disney movies. And luckily, they're finally getting the character in there, and I can't wait to use Robin Hood to go up against people and see if he can handle Dr. Facilier. Like, it'll be a whole lot of fun to see what happens with that. But that's just some of the games that are happening at Gen Con. There's a whole lot more, and I will do my best to cover as much of it as I can. And there's going to be plenty of other people that will be out there. They'll be doing the same thing I will be. So if I miss something, I guarantee you somebody else will catch it. But next week, I'll have a video for you guys just to wrap up everything before I go into my trip to Gen Con. But until then, thank you for watching this video. And if you like it, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And let everybody know that House Hedge Gaming is here for all of your gaming needs. So until next time, guys, stay safe and take care.